price things out according to you.
I'm back.
WB. We'll get going in just a sec, guys. Can you drop one more closet for me? Maybe hit it down there. Hold on. We can go down to Zool's platform. Thanks, Lingus. Will you summon Guinness real quick?
Sorry, I'm low again. Been a long day.
Hey, man. Hope it's been a good day.
Yeah.
Oh, none of you guys summoned him? Dicks. Click, click.
I need to reload really quick. My sound is bugged.
Okay. All right. The Discord voice just went red to me, but hopefully, can you guys hear me okay?
You sound great.
Sound perfectly. All right, great. So, hey everybody, woo! It's time for some progress. This guy's gonna be a little bit of a beast, but just keep your calm. People are gonna run into you with mind control orbs. You're gonna get mad and be like, "What the fuck? Don't stack on me." Anyway, just remember, it'll be fun. Anyway, so we're gonna do this essentially the same as we've always done. So, as far as like how we do on normal and whatnot. So, remember, it's the same mechanics as normal, except for uh, at the end at 20%, he puts a debuff out to the whole raid to where we stop producing green orbs to lower our stacks. All right, so that is important for the tanks more so than everyone else, because the tanks get like, I don't know. Anyone know? Did you guys watch any videos, Tibbets or Jake, about something like 40 stacks per swipe he does or something like that?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, so the idea is we need to hold heroism and blow it after he hits 20, and try to burn him down before he makes it so the tanks no longer live. And I don't think that the stacks reset on battle res, so yeah, it just is what it is. So the gist of this one is we don't have to worry about it so much on normal, but is we have to make sure there's enough orbs for the tanks to clear throughout the fight. All right, so yeah, you gotta drop your stacks down. No, you don't necessarily have to worry about it unless you're above 10. But in the end, like when we're getting close to 20, if you're at 15, if you're at 30 stacks, sorry, we've got to save them for the tanks, right? Because they got to clear before he does that debuff. At some point, I might call for people to intentionally stand in his beam to get stacks, but to also produce some in order for the tanks to clear, okay? So I'll be like, if you have low amount of stacks, and when I say low, I mean less than 10, stand in the beam instead of dodging it, right? Just to make a shit ton of orbs for the tanks to clear with. Other than that, it just does a lot of health. We have a ton of melee like always, which is fine. It's just we have actually we have less melee today than normal. It's going to be a challenge with the mind control orbs spawning and grabbing more than one melee at a time, especially as we get a bunch, right? So I don't want to be opposed to, we normally take the boss kind of where he stands. If it gets kind of out of hand with the mind control orbs, Tibbets and Bear, I might say let's rotate over to the circle, and you'll, after he does a big boom boom boom, rotate over to a different position so that there's more room for melee to spread around. All right.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so everyone else be prepared for that to potentially happen. So anyway, yeah, as he goes into intermission, same thing. We're all gonna go to the back wall. Blue square is what that marker is. It's gonna do the beam like literally almost every time on the group. So that means we have to come up with a way throughout this progress to make that as not impactful as possible. Maybe we slowly move clockwise around the room. Maybe we put down 2 markers. Actually, let's try the 2 markers thing first. I'll put down 2 right now. So we'll have a blue square and a diamond back there.
I guess we could, like, someone could watch the raid timers and, well, no, because there's no... If we move before he casts it, he'll just cast it on us still.
I'm gonna move our region to something else. Hold on. Okay, maybe that'll help. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna start off on blue square, and then beam comes out. We're gonna move over to the other one, which is diamond, and then back and forth. Hopefully that helps. We're gonna have Tibbets again solo one of the ads. So Tibbets, you're gonna grab the circle one, and Bear, you're gonna grab the star, just like normal last night. All right.
Cool.
So Tibbets, yours is on the right when we land. Bear, yours is on the left when we land. All right. So everyone knows everything else that we need to do. Just break people out slowly, spread out. I'll try to call out my control orbs, all that stuff. But I wouldn't say pre-pot or anything on this one. Let's just get our feet wet again and see how it goes, okay? We'll drop food and stuff after this.
you guys see me teleport out to the middle for no reason?
Yeah, it's because people are swamp blasting you to try to get you killed.
Oh, nice. I'm too good.
Don't say that, they'll take it as a challenge. Alright, everyone's ready. Remember when we see 2 seconds, the tanks are going to drop. Everyone else follow right afterwards. Here we go. And remember, healers, it's a pretty nuts fight, so do your best.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread out, mind control orbs. 3.
2, 1.
Run out your debuffs.
Watch wave.
Last.
3, 2, 1.
A little early there, Cervantes.
3,
Spread out,
2,
mind control orbs.
1. Watch wave.
Got feared by
3,
somebody.
2,
Rally
1.
break.
3, 2, 1.
Orbs.
Watch wave.
Beam. Watch.
3, 2, 1.
Gotta watch
Move
those
to
guys.
circle. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave.
They're kind of in
3,
there.
2, 1.
Don't break
3,
anyone else out for a
2,
minute.
1.
Ah, it's too late.
You know how you were talking about moving around the room a little bit? Maybe we should just do that.
Watch wave.
Well, it's not really tight yet, is it?
3, 2,
I'm more confused
One.
why people with the
3,
2 swirl debuffs aren't running
1.
to the sides of the room, like they're just backing up about 5 yards from the back of the boss and
Oh, I didn't
letting it
notice.
go off.
I didn't
Which
notice.
way?
So yeah, that's
3, 2,
we gotta make sure that is ran out of the group, just like normal. There's you get a debuff and run out of the group. It's obviously a wipe now.
It has a really long timer, so I waited on mine for a little bit until I had about 5 seconds left and then sped out.
1.
Gotcha.
It's got about a 10 or 11, 12 second timer.
It's true.
Doesn't it do less damage the further you are away?
Yeah, but you can still make it to the end of the room and
Well,
six.
that's what I mean. Is I think normal people are skirting it because it doesn't hit as hard, so they don't go back as far. So it's not just like normal. You actually need to do the full mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, I was out at the edge, so.
Yeah. I mean, no, not calling names. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I wasn't
move all the way out.
you, Ben, but I'm watching people just completely let it expire, like in caster range.
Gotcha.
So you,
And heals though, we gotta also be mindful. Folks are gonna be running out all the way to the back and be good little citizens, and we can't let them just run out there and die also. So I don't know how we gotta play with it. So just give us some time, but we'll have to figure out if some folks are staying in closer, some people are staying in farther, stuff like that. So I'm gonna drop a piece down here. I'm gonna come down and eat. It's gonna be too much for me to call out beams, waves, or beams, debuffs, and mind control orbs. I'm just gonna focus on the mind control orbs. If someone else wants to say beams or his annihilation wave, whatever.
Okay, so most of you guys should have Deadly Boss mods, which has a little timer for the orb. Like, when it gets down to like 2 seconds, back away from other melee. If you can, and then duck back in. Yeah, your parse is gonna suck, but if you don't get it MC'd, it helps out.
I got a flask too. Alright, everyone is almost ready? Yeah, parse will suck, that's true. Well, not everybody. What happened, Mike?
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Mind your business.
Are you good to go though?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, mind control orbs in 5.
3,
Duck out melee.
1.
I don't even see it.
Under the boss.
Oh,
Watch wave.
Beam.
3, 2, 1. 3,
spheres in 2 seconds, sorry.
1. Watch wave. 3, 2, One.
Spheres in 5.
3, 2, 1.
I'm in one.
Watch wave.
Beam.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave. 3, 2,
Sphere coming in 4.
1.
I need to knock that toward the edge of the room, not into the center.
Watch wave.
MC orbs in 5.
2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. Move to star.
Sphere in
3,
three.
2, 1.
Alright, transition time.
Okay, wait.
Phase
Loosely
2.
spread. Like spread out. Go.
3,
One more sphere.
2, 1.
There it is. Alright, go ahead and stack up on blue. I'm gonna hang out with.
Oh man, we're gonna need a cooldown for that.
Yeah.
Get into bubble.
Watch your step.
It just takes practice, but make sure to dodge those.
Watch your step.
I lost Tibbets. Alright, let's wipe it up and do it again. Hey, progress, right? Got to the beam phase?
Yeah, plus some better people moving out.
Watch your step.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just noticed this, but right before he's gonna beam, you click on him. He's got like a little triangle where he's facing. It's really easy to tell where the beam's gonna go.
Well, it's true. I will admit that it is. I understand that it's difficult to always keep an eye on them and trying to do all this stuff, but we just gotta do better. It's just practice. This is one of the harder ones in here, guys. So get down here, and eat this feast. It's more in there. Better about the folks that were running out debuffs getting healed, so perfect. A lot better on the mind control orbs, and the only thing is during that transition, we gotta probably assign. Let's just say, Chim, will you do your warrior shout?
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll put down a bubble. I'll put down the first bubble near the gather point after the MC orb goes out.
Yeah, people are loosely spread out and then working their way to the back. Are they going around the left side or the right side?
Probably both.
Okay.
Why?
Just, like Ben put down a bubble and I was coming up the other side, so I didn't get in the bubble in time and kind of hurt.
Oh, well, I think the mind control orb comes out isn't it like stupid quick around the same time as that big boom?
Yeah, it does.
So like you wouldn't need to. Don't worry about it. I mean, get in the bubble if you can, but I think he's putting it down at the stack point so people can not take any extra damage. Like after the mind control sphere happens.
Right.
So we got that, and then I guess that's when hopefully maybe Cold or Joey, probably let's just say Cold, if you wouldn't be against it, like holding revival until after that big boom, and then Joey having it for the next one. It might actually be up in time for both of them, but we'll just have to play it with timers, just because I don't know if anyone else has enough to get everyone else that high, quickly healed that fast.
Right.
So we'll have Chimley do a shout and then a revival from Cold during that transition after when the big boom happens. There you go. So Chimley right before it. All right, everyone's ready. Let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Alright, sphere's coming.
3,
I'd probably save that alley. There's no
One.
reason to use that on pull.
watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
Spheres.
1. Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Spheres in 4.
3, 2, 1. Watch wave.
Spheres
3,
in
2,
5.
1. 3, 2, 1.
Spheres coming. Someone not cleaning this up for me.
Watch
you.
wave.
Spheres
3,
5.
2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave. 3,
Spheres
2,
5.
1. 3, 2, 1.
Let's knock them out.
Watch wave. 3,
Spheres in
2.
5.
1.
Spread.
Move to star. 3,
Here we go. Transition
2.
time.
1.
We get a shout,
Phase
Jim.
2.
Okay, shout out.
3, 2, 1.
Good job.
Beam coming out in 1 second.
Watch
Right
your
it up.
Beam.
Beam.
Move. Just go back and forth. You know?
Yep.
Beam.
It's on purplish.
Bring the other guy over.
Come on, Tip.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Beam.
Beam. What's that? Sorry,
You got stacks. Go get some green things.
Blow this stuff up, guys.
Watch
Come on.
your step.
Beam.
I ran into a sphere because I'm dumb.
Watch your step.
Beam. These ads down.
3,
Someone up.
3,
Say, Ben, we
2,
spit out, guys. Spheres.
1. Watch wave.
Bring me up if someone's nearby. Thank you.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Sphere. It's gonna hurt. Yeah, I killed.
Kill.
Watch wave.
that was a
You're back.
poorly timed halo by me.
1.
That's alright. That's a.
3, 2,
Come on.
1.
Keep going for a minute. It's more practice. Oh, Tip is down. Never mind. Jump it.
That was funny.
I got bumped from
Watch
one
wave.
mind
3,
control orb to another.
2,
Jump in one of these mind control orbs, guys. It'll end it quicker.
3, 2, 1.
Come on.
Watch wave.
Hey, really, that was a really good second bit. We lost Tors and Blue, I think, to the Boom Boom, but otherwise we got everyone else alive.
Just particularly when we're coming back into place, like it is a rush to get people out of mind control, but it's not a rush if the raid is like at a third health, because you
Yeah.
will kill us.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit.
It's okay, don't worry about it. Just release it, right?
I agree with Sam. Putting 2 markers in the back to go between would probably be helpful.
Didn't it
There
already
are.
do that?
Yep. There are 2 markers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing with your monitor on is also helpful.
The blue and, it was a blue
Holy.
marker and a purple marker that
Mike.
we're supposed to go between.
My monitor's on. My eyes are closed. Okay.
That's
Hi.
advanced. That's mythic tactics.
That's how,
Start-
Thank you.
that's how Igor taught me how to play in vanilla.
Supposed to be starting on blue and then going to purple. Where you at, Jason? That said, Allie, will you do yours on the first one? I'll hold mine for the second.
Roger.
Thank you, sir.
No, his name's Matt, not Roger.
Wow.
Wait, who's Roger then?
Ready chicken.
Ready chicken?
Dinner
Chicken's
time.
ready?
Eat the food.
Especially Guinness. You made it.
I know,
Some
right?
of it.
I'm busy.
They're paying for it. You eat it.
It's baklava and fish. Doesn't look good.
End of the month. I'm trying to pay bills.
You can, alright, everyone's ready. Here we go, guys.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Alright, spheres in 5, spread out.
3, 2, 1.
Laser.
Which way?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Sphere.
3, 2, 1.
Laser.
Which way? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Sphere.
Which way? 3, 2, 1.
Sphere.
3,
2
2,
seconds.
1.
For now.
Which way?
Laser.
3,
Sphere in 6.
2,
Careful.
1.
Oh,
3,
you got smushed.
2, 1.
Knock them out one at a time.
Which way?
That's not my best.
Laser on the mind controls.
3, 2,
Yep.
1. Move to circle. 3, 2, 1. Which way?
Janai, are you in a...
3,
Yeah, you are.
2,
Damn.
1.
Janai was in a...
Yeah,
Three,
as soon as I turn around and run the debuff away, I got marked. Or orbed.
Alright, gotcha.
Phase 2,
Let's practice.
Yeah.
So spread out.
3, 2, 1.
So we got our shout. That was perfect. Alright, that was good. Now let's swipe it up. Just stand in the beam like you always want to.
Watch your step.
Here it
So
comes.
basically, no, don't change anything.
Shit.
Oh, and I missed it. The first time ever.
Alright,
First time for everything.
more practice. He couldn't do anything about it. What does that keep popping up, Igor? Like,
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
no, I'm just curious what it is.
I'm trying to get my DBM set up so I can actually see the timers better on my screen.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm an old man and I can't pay attention, you know, like 2 centimeters below my character.
He wants you to priest pull him in 13 seconds. Ned, I think
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
in the wrong expansion.
I was playing with the idea of like, yeah, I don't want to go this far because I just don't ever again. But you remember when I would make like assignments for people to stand in for Fallen Avatar, kind of that style, like teaming all the melee up with somebody and stuff like that in order to like, you know, get it all set up that way. But that's going too far. But I do like how a lot of melee are taking advantage of a lot more of the boss's circle. I just noticed Tor's was up kind of front left of it, so that was probably pretty good. Like,
gonna light you up, sweet
a
cheeks.
couple times the beam went that way, which was helpful. Just don't be in, I guess, in front of the boss physically, but otherwise, yeah, use that hole as much of that as you can. Alright, here we go. Might. Alright, here we go.
Five, four, three, two, 1.
Alright, spheres in 3.
2. 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Spheres.
3, 2.
So many of those next to each other, that's bad news.
Taunting.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, it's only 2 in there. Break them out.
Watch wave. 3,
Laser beam.
2, 1.
Then you gotta drop some if you can find
3,
any.
2, 1. Watch wave.
Laser beam.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, Barb, really. I know, Barb, sorry. It's our fault.
Watch wave.
Laser beam.
3, 2, 1.
Blue arrival early.
3, 2, 1.
Since Cervantes in the back, so I can get him out. Thank you.
Watch wave.
Laser beam.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, knock coordinate out, spread out everybody.
Phase 2. 3, 2, 1.
Do it, alley, if you can.
Laser beam.
Watch your step.
Go.
That was good. Laser beam.
Watch your step.
Point at the other tank. Bring it over. Tibbets.
You will.
Laser beam ink.
Watch your
It's on
step.
us.
Watch your step.
Laser beam.
Bring up Tibbets. Try not to be in front of this.
Watch your step.
Laser beam. Get the ads. Get them up.
Boss back
Can you
up.
just bring the boss over here so we can clean the ads down?
Spread out a little bit.
Spread out, my controller.
2, 1.
Good.
Watch wave.
Beam.
3, 2, 1.
I gotta use
3,
myself.
2, 1.
Mike DCD's coming back in.
Watch wave.
Beam.
3,
Get Kevin out so
2,
we can get things.
1.
Alright, check your
3,
stacks.
2,
Take a breath.
1.
Alright, sphere.
Watch wave.
And beam.
3,
And 5.
2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
It's on blue. Oh, come on. Thank you.
Watch wave.
Laser beam.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
My control in the back.
Alright,
Watch wave.
get him Quingos, thank you.
3, 2, 1. 3,
Sphere.
2, 1.
There's not many of them.
Couple back here.
Yeah, Tibbets is
You're
really
less-
high on stack.
If you're less than 10, can you
Watch
get hit by
wave.
this, please?
Laser beam.
Don't stand on the whole thing, though. Just switch it.
1.
Alright, get some of these orbs too.
3, 2,
Not other people, just
One.
Tibbets.
Can I get
Watch
three
wave.
when he gets that laser beam?
3, 2, 1.
Can DPS go back there? I can't
3,
leave the tanks.
2,
To break temporal
1.
games out. Oh, that's that sucks.
Oh wow.
Damn it. Damn, we lost it.
Watch wave.
Can we bring up pivots? Thank you.
3, 2,
Spread it out, everyone. Don't do that again.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, we need to break
Watch
him out.
wave. 3,
We gotta
2,
shout.
1.
I shouted earlier.
3, 2, 1.
Somebody else is gonna have
Phase
to
2.
get that.
Got it.
3,
You put a bubble down, Sam, after this orb goes out. Bubble down.
Alright, let's jump into an orb. It's over.
Oh.
Much progress though. He's at 32%.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Matt's like, yeah, shut up. We
watch
got
your
it.
step.
We do. It's doing great, really well.
At 20%, does he stop spawning orbs?
Yeah, yeah. So you're just kind of gonna have to live with whatever stacks you got. Yeah, Sam, we can. I gotta admit, I am mad at that. So, just cause I think that
I understand how you feel. Do you want to divvy out some of the other callouts?
Barf will be right back.
Sorry, Philip.
It's fine. I saw.
Nice.
Shows Taurus is red to me still.
Traitor.
What do you mean it's hard, Ned? Moving back and forth between things? Yeah, it's crowded, but does somebody break showers?
Hope not. Can't lose him. Switch back to the other internet showers. It's having that instant DC problem. Just 1 second.
It's been happening a lot frequently too. Some players.
Are you still in your showers? Voice? Yeah, you are. Try to log on to a different character if you can, Jason. But yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, we'll start on square. Beam happens, we move to diamond. Beam happens, we move back to square. Try to make that the perfect world. I understand if you can't. Just do your best there. Alright, you're offline now, shout. Jason, if you want to switch back. Do you guys think it's better just soliciting some input before I shut it down? What about would it be, I don't know, I'm not in the main group at first because I'm always with Tibbets, but if we pile drived onto square, beam happens, and then we just move like 10 yards clockwise every beam all the way around the room, would that be a bad idea? Or that probably wouldn't work very well because then we'll have tentacles all over the goddamn place, right?
And eventually we'll end up in the orbs
That's
where we
true.
started the boss.
Alright, Jason's back, it looks like.
There's a range checker for DBM. I don't know if people have that enabled.
I do. It's nice.
So you know
I think
that
it's
you're
what,
not
5 yards?
I guess it's just set by default so that you're not piling on top of orbs with each other. I guess that's what it's for.
Yeah, if you do slash range 5, it'll tell you anyone that's within 5 yards of you, if you want to make sure. Alright, eat your food. Yeah, eat your food, folks. Alright, eat your food, guys. Foods. You good, Joey? Cold?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, here we go.
You get a text box.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1.
Spread. Good. Good job.
Watch wave.
Laser beam.
3, 2,
Sphere in 5.
1. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave.
Laser beam.
3, 2,
Followed by spear.
1. 3,
And sphere, yep.
2, 1.
Just toward the wall, guy.
There you go.
Watch
Laser
wave.
beam.
3, 2,
Stop breaking
1.
people.
I accidentally
3,
taunted.
Heal up.
2, 1.
Spear.
Watch wave.
Laser beam.
Oh, I got so confused. Okay. Sorry.
3, 2,
Spear ink.
1.
Melee.
3, 2, 1.
Sphere. Him in this one. Careful, Jerry.
Watch wave.
Laser beam.
3, 2, 1.
Let the raid heal up.
3, 2, 1.
Sphere again.
Laser beam.
Watch wave.
Oh,
3, 2, 1. Move to star. 3,
far. Shit.
2,
Sorry.
Ah.
Sorry.
phase 2.
Go ahead and get into an orb.
2,
Just get into an orb, guys. Let's waste. Just get into an orb. Perfect. Good. Good. All right. So we just it's just more practice, but staying spread out, knocking people out when the raid's healthy. Just keep an eye on that. Like Joey said earlier, it's important to knock people out, just not if the raid's about really low. They can wait, unless it's me, of course. Then obviously you have to do it right away, because But can we drop a stone, please? A summoning one of the summoning variety. All right, it's going down over here. Thank you. Hey, Sliced.
Ew.
Does anyone have a flask I can buy?
Yeah. You can just have it, though. Did you get that summon?
Yeah.
Repair mounts up if you need it.
Many deals for a friend
Thank
of
you.
the
Slice for
ground.
the 2 pound.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, so we were talking about earlier, Sliced. It's we're doing the same as we're doing normal, but it's probably been a little hot minute for you since you've been to Mithrax, but stay spread out, DPS boss, knock people out of orbs toward the walls. When we transition into the intermissions. We stay spread out, let the last mind control orb hit, and then all of us pile into the back of the room at blue square, and then we dodge back and forth between blue square and diamond, the laser beams. Okay, we just kill the ads, and then we'll bring in the second one as soon as the first one's dead. Alrighty.
Okay, got it.
Awesome. All right, drop in a feast.
Can we start calling the green orbs pleasure polyps?
Gross.
Yeah. And we're gonna get more and more size from Barf. The more times we like let him die when he's dropping off the debuff. I can't take more size, so gotta make sure to top him off.
Just reaching
Especially just-
Arafel levels of Psy here.
Yeah, we're getting lots of size.
He's not beating Chimley. Chimley can't even speak a declarative sentence without a sigh.
Fucking right.
It's punctuation.
Okay, here we go, guys. Full timers out.
5,
Oh, thanks.
4, 3, 2,
Here we go.
1.
Spheres in 5, spread out.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, I'm on the side over here.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Gotta hit him this early.
3, 2,
Sphere coming.
1.
Get away from me, Biddy.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave.
Beam, beam.
3,
Sphere in 5.
2, 1.
Spread, spread.
3, 2, 1. Watch wave.
Laser beam.
Got 2 folks in there.
3,
Bear sticks one of
2,
them.
1.
We get a death grip on
3,
Tors.
2, 1.
Sphere.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Can I battle res on Joey, please?
3, 2, 1. Phase 2.
Spread out.
3,
Get a
2,
self-stop down in defensives. Alright, Allie, go ahead. Allie's dead.
Yeah, he got smacked by the ad, I think.
Guys, the mind control orb is right by the ad where DPS.
Watch
Let's
your
watch it
step.
beam.
I'm gonna res
Watch
up
your
a little
step.
bit, but... Let's go. Tim, let's touch this. Alright, let's go.
Beam.
Watch your step.
It's coming. Do your best. Get to it.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Alright, jump into an orb. Control orb. Or the beam, whatever, it's fine. Alright, so we're regressing a tiny bit on this.
Feels like every time the beam shoots, at least one person dies.
Yeah, that's kind of feel that way. Maybe it's not the right move. The other way is to split up into 2 groups like we did on a long time ago. It just sucks because the mind control things are split up on the other sides of the room from each other, you know?
We can do it, just people need to pay attention to where beams coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you split, it's a little bit easier to manage the beam, I think.
But then you have the ads that will get
Yeah,
out of control.
Terrible.
Well, I mean, from the streams I've watched, they do splits, but they stack like tight on both sides, and they sit right on the ad's butt, so that when the ads do spawn, they they're clumped up and they can just be AOE cleaved with their big ad.
I could try it.
It's just relying on people's personal responsibilities.
Give it a little bit more on this fight. We might change it up in a sec, but heavily considering it, that's for sure. I almost want to say like the one thing I noticed is like I'll get like 4 stacks of Mind Flay on me from the ads or something like that, and you're just real slow, and so sometimes it's hard to move out of the beam. I get that; it's not always your fault. Just try your best to dodge it. I don't think it's that wide, the beam, right? Like,
Oh, it's super wide.
is it? Oh, I thought it was like I don't know, a yard wide.
It feels like it takes a good solid 12 seconds for me to run through it if I'm in the middle.
It's a good 8 yards wide.
So I've got 8, 15, I heard 10.
Well, it's something like that. We're horrible at measurement. Alright, ready to check in.
Use your iPhone.
Guys.
It'll give you that extra inch.
Well, I don't mean like
Hey, thanks.
Alright, here we go. I almost just fell off.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pixar didn't happen before. Spread out, guys. The orb.
3, 2, 1.
Good.
Laser beam.
Watch wave.
It's to the
3,
right.
2, 1.
Sphere.
3, 2, 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave.
And
3,
sphere and 5.
2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Sphere's out.
Laser beam.
Watch wave.
Send it on the left side now.
3, 2, 1.
Spheres.
3, 2, 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Don't forget Tibbets.
Phase 2.
Thank you. Spread out, guys.
3,
Try not to be near that.
Offensives.
1.
Oh. Killed Slide. Oh, Tibbets is an orb. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Alright, that was unfortunate.
Watch your step.
Yeah. That was actually really good, guys. Just unfortunately had Tibbets and orb at the end. Just jump into an orb, so that way the ad was loose because no one could grab it. I should have got to you faster. Sorry about that. Were you relatively high on stacks or anything at the end there, Tibbets, before you died?
Yeah, people are kind of stepping on the orbs. You just got to be aware of your melee DPS bodies.
I gotcha. We're trying to do our best to save them for the tanks. Like, you shouldn't have to really grab them until, like, you know, it does that big boom in the transition where it does a ton of orbs everywhere. You should really grab some there. Alright, dropping a feast. Let's get back in there. Don't want to take too long. But yeah, really good job otherwise on that first bit. Just remember, it's smooth this is.
The doctor is in. Check out that noise.
Alright, ready, checking.
I'm ready, sorry.
Okay. Alrighty. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Spread.
Watch me. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave.
Spheres in
3,
5.
2, 1.
Spread.
3, 2, 1.
Get back, Kevin. Penance is good.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Sphere.
3, 2, 1.
Tibbs is in it. Get him out. Thank you.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave.
Spheres
3,
in 5.
2,
Spread.
1. Move to circle. 3,
Jeez.
1.
Laser beam. Never mind.
Transition.
3,
Alright, let's
phase
get a
2.
shout, please. Spread out,
3,
guys.
2, 1.
I'll get you in a sec.
Alright, guys. Spread this guy and watch the boss.
Especially watch. Beam now.
Laser beam now.
Move to other mark.
Watch your step.
Move in. If you got stacks, get an orb.
This is the time to go find some.
Laser beam now. Move.
Go Tibbets.
Get orbs if you have stacks.
Yeah, Vindy's high on stacks. Callimore's next on the
Can we
list.
bring up Sam?
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Any better res on Sam?
Coming beam
Watch your step.
now.
Can't lose people in every game.
Watch your step.
Beam.
He's bugged out.
No, he's not.
Nah.
Oh, there.
Dad's down. Watch out, he's gonna beam
2,
most of us.
3, 1, 2.
Spread out.
One.
My control orbs. Okay, that's good.
Alright, if
Watch
you have
wave.
high stacks, beam by the way.
3, 2,
Try to get a couple
One.
orbs.
3, 2, 1.
Good job.
Beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
We'll have a res in 30 seconds. Can we grab Ben? He's in the back of the room.
Beam.
It's gonna have to be a warlock
Watch
that does
wave.
it.
3, 2, 1.
Spheres. In 3 seconds.
2, 1.
It's on me. How to res Ben? 2.
Beam.
5 seconds.
Watch wave.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
3, 2,
I'm pinging on the mini
1.
map.
3, 2, 1.
Beam. Coming up.
Sphere.
Now.
Watch wave.
Just beam. Tibbets just going on.
3,
Damn.
2, 1. 3,
That's that. Go ahead and jump into the thing.
1.
But I just came back to the party.
Yeah, I just lost Tibbets. Drink Doritos.
Watch way.
Sorry.
Really, really good though.
3,
Yeah,
2,
but like Joey said,
1.
we can't lose a
Three,
person every time he does the
2,
beam on the phase 2. Like, look at the boss, see where he's casting the beam, and move. Just move. Don't if you can't DPS the ad, doesn't matter. Move.
Yeah, I think even if you also have to be a little bit careful too, because if you've got a mind flay on you and you're in the middle of the beam and you start to run and you either pick the wrong direction, like that's how I died. I was slowed. So
I just figured it was because you're like a moonkin or something.
I mean that's a lot of it, but it's trying to be on the edge of the beam because if you've got a mind flay on you, then it's terrible.
Random question. There was like a mob in the back after the ad phase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It should have been finished before everyone went back to the boss.
I'm gonna call you out. That was a specific question.
You good, Benny? Oh, there.
I have many lucky twos you like.
Michael, let's back in and jump a feast.
I think when I go to sleep tonight, I'll just hear 3, 2, 1.
Why?
That's what Elizabeth says to him before she puts the pillow over his face.
Yeah. Hasn't worked yet.
It's because you can hold your breath.
Really uncanny.
It's a Russian trick.
In Russia, air breathes you.
There we go. We're gonna do one more like this. And I'm gonna make some changes after this, probably.
Ooh, I'm out of here.
Yeah, me too.
I know what that means. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you.
On the couch.
That's right.
Igor, I'll see you in Mythics.
Right.
Of course, and that's the spec arms, Igor. Just deal with it.
5, 4,
That's what they pull it from my dead cold
2,
hand.
1.
Spheres.
2, 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2,
Sphere.
1.
3 seconds.
2, 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Sphere.
Beam.
Not anytime soon.
Watch wave. 3, 2,
Alright, now it's coming.
1.
Sphere, sip it out.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you for knocking out blue.
Watch
Beam.
wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Sphere, oh, alright.
3,
Yourself, stop, stop.
phase 2.
Yourself.
3,
Oh, happy
2,
Spread out.
1.
Okay, get your orbs. Watch the boss. Coming beam. Now.
Watch your step.
that if you can. Okay, get the other ad over here. Beam.
I need help.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Beam right on the ad.
You got hit by it, go get an orb.
We need to.
Incoming
Watch
beam.
your step.
Go.
On the ad. Ish.
Get the ad down.
Get Ben
There's
up.
another beam.
Watch your step.
There it is.
Beam right on here.
Spread out.
It's gonna drop spears. Get these ads down.
Sphere
3,
spread out.
2, 3, 1.
I need to get to Tibbetts to heal them. Break them out, please.
Incoming beam now.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, like it. So
3, 2, 1.
don't break them yet.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave.
You don't have a res.
3,
Swipe it up.
1.
I was like a split second away from
3,
Rapture shielding him too.
1.
Just jump into a mind control up, guys.
Do Cold and Joey have Ring of Peace?
Watch wave.
Because you can just drop Ring of Peace right on the mind control orbs and bot people out. I don't know what the cooldown is on that.
Alright, so let's see. I want to switch things up. It's not a knock on the heals or anything. We're struggling though a bit, not because of our own faults. We're all obviously amazing, but we are. And in that case, that we're in a position here. I'm gonna give you a flask, so it's not a waste for you, Tibbs. But can I have you switch to healing to help us out? Primarily being on the tanks, because we are struggling mightily with that. Because we're standing too far back, and none of us are good at being close. Would you mind doing that for me, Tibbs?
Yeah, let me switch.
Thank you, and I'll give you a imp flask too, because I know you just dropped a strength one, like just barely. Blue, I'm gonna make you tank this. Hopefully you've been paying attention to know what to do here. Is there any questions you have?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Tibbetts. Thank you, Blue. I'm gonna keep Joey as healing, and we're going to overheal a touch, but I don't think that's too much of an issue. I'm gonna stay. So Blue, you're still gonna grab that ad on the left side, which is star, and bring it back. Oh wait, no. Bear, you are. Blue, you're gonna grab the circle one that Tibbetts kept grabbing, and I'm gonna stay with you. Actually, I probably don't even need to, right? But I probably gotta anyway.
No problem.
All right.
I can go with Krim. Have to be
Okay.
melee anyway.
Well, he's by himself though, so you'd probably be better with the clump, wouldn't you? With the. It's up to you though.
For sure.
Alright. So yeah, if you think you would be better with on blue, then you're stuck to him. When during that transition part, you'll be what I was doing last time. Alright. Here's a feast. Alright. Oh, wait for him to die and come back. That's fine. Hey, the feast is still down enough for when you get back. It's okay, it happens.
Glad it was you this time and not me.
one more. Pressure flasks if they're getting close.
Oh shit. Do you have a tome?
Yeah.
Can I get at that?
For sure. Of course, brother. Just tell me when you're ready to go, and then we'll do the jump. Well, and Sam, because he's also ready. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Tippets.
Alright, we're good.
Alrighty, here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Three, two,
Spread.
1.
Thank you for staying a little close there, Tippets.
Which way?
Gonna want to move that away.
3,
Yeah. Oh.
2, 1.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
There's beam.
Which way? 3, 2, 1. 3.
Mind control orb. Spread. Not debuffs.
Which way?
There's beam.
3, 2, 1.
And mind control orbs. 4 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
There's beam.
3, 2, 1.
Blue's inside the thing if you want to get him out.
2, 1.
Oh, I've got a ruin. Get me out.
I'm working on it.
Which way? 3, 2,
Sphere in
1.
4.
3, 2,
You're
1.
I need to pull out. Here's mine.
Which way?
There's beam.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Stay
Phase
spread.
2.
Yep, spit out. Tippets, you're going to be on the circle
3,
with blue.
2,
Yep.
1.
I get to the blue square.
Okay, first laser beam in 3, 2, 1. Here it comes.
Watch your step.
Yeah.
Guys, interrupt the ad.
Please. We're going to diamond. If you're not at diamond, get there.
3, 2,
Also,
1.
Can we get picked up?
Beam.
Out of us?
Beam timer's off there, Jim.
Yeah, it's because he's casted the other ads.
Hello?
Watch your step.
There it is.
Reach up as soon as we can, Allie.
Watch your step.
Minute 30.
Alright, we lost too many healers. Let's go ahead and pipe it up.
Mindfully slow during beam sucks.
Watch your
Because
step.
we can't really just stand in there we go. Stand in this.
What do you mean move better, Sam? Move? Do we need to call out sooner? Do we need to just move as a group?
Mark the thing and just call the thing.
Yeah.
I'll put a blue square on blue on bear. And bear, just make sure you keep bouncing back and forth between those. Remember, that's not going to stop us. Like, it's going to be you move to the other marker when Chim says, or you see the timers like, when he's casting beam. Like, you're not going to wait till the beam starts, otherwise you're just going to get fried. So it's going to be beam is about to be cast, or beam is casting.
Look at him.
Whatever. And then go to the other marker.
Yeah, I think
Or just look at him.
I think the raid is kind of skittish about grouping up because of the beam incoming, and they want to like prepare to spread out. So
Yeah.
we're not moving as a group. Like everybody's kind of like prepping themselves to kind of be far away. So we're all still spread out, even though we're supposed to be grouped up. It's like a mental thing.
I agree. That or we spread out and just not care about the little ads, so that would just end up wiping us. Are you good egg to release? Put down a feast.
I'm actually gonna ditch. I'm falling asleep at my chair, so good luck, y'all.
See you.
Good one.
Let's keep it on a progression.
Glitter.
This minus
Yeah,
60
yeah.
DKP, bro.
I mean, if you want to, we can do the split raid group.
I mean, I think we were doing fine with this strategy for a while, and we're just starting to get sloppy for reasons.
All right, so
Give one of the DPSs a marker, and everyone just stack on him during phase 2. Simple.
no, because if that DPS actually makes a mistake, then you're gonna have the whole raid get blasted with that.
Well,
beam.
I did put a mark on Bear. It'd be hard for him to see, but
Which is really stuck on a tank. Or right
I
behind
mean,
the
or we
tank
can
pad.
split. I mean, I'm not married to stacking up in the back. I just gotta even up DPS, but it's just it's you guys all know what to do. I don't want to get too micromanagey on it. Honest to God, we've seen this 1,000 times before. It's just practice, so it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we got it to 32%. It's just people, like, I think Ben mentioned people getting skittish because they're about to get beamed and nobody likes it, but it happens. But if we stay close to them as a group, it'll happen less.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call out when the little ads that Mindflay are about to spawn, so that people know, hey, we need to stack up.
Yeah,
Then
well,
you can go and do whatever the fuck you want.
well, I'm gonna put a blue square on you, Chim, and I'm gonna give you more, or actually on Tor's. He suggested it to go to the markers. So just keep an eye out for the blue square. Try to go to it when you can.
I have one small thing. Do I need to like fade? Because I've died 3 times to getting mollywopped.
No, what happens is the tank died or wasn't there or was mind controlled, and you just had aggro. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, you should if it's coming for you. But that last time you died, it was because blue died and the ad went straight to you and killed you. But I like the word mollywopped though. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to use that.
I'll drink this flask when we jump.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread.
1.
You gotta run that out, please.
Yep, run out, Tibbets.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3,
Sphere.
2, 1.
Sail blue.
Watch wave.
Phase
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Finale out.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Need a hemming for this. Try to use a personal. We're gonna have a.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
Spread out, guys.
1. Watch wave.
Gripping more, but we need to get
2,
big shot out.
1. 3,
One more mind
phase
control.
2.
Alright. Allie, will you sell, please, quick?
3, 2.
I'm not gonna get off in time. Get an upsphere.
Your orbs. Stack up. Kill the ad. Beam in 2, 1, 0.
Watch your
Here
step.
it is. It's on the ad.
Eggshot, will you stay here and interrupt us?
I would do that.
Stack on blue, guys.
So on the end, I was being.
Spare DC?
Looks like it.
Beam.
Just run to it.
If you can hear me, I'm back.
Watch your step.
Beam. It's in a weird spot.
Still the eye, guys, as he logs back in. Everybody over here, stack up.
Yeah, it's on blue,
Half the
actually.
raid's in the back.
So come over to orange.
Watch your step.
It's on the ad.
Alright, get back over.
The mind flays can be interrupted too, guys.
Get back into the back. Get these mind flays. Yeah, blue. Sorry, I meant to have you. Shit, don't die,
3,
blue.
Mind
2,
control.
3, 1, 2,
Yep, spheres.
1.
And laser beam's gonna come right at us.
We're dead.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
too many,
yeah.
You got mind controlled with the buff.
1.
Let's get back in there. Alright, so just, I don't know if I told you, blue, anyway, but as soon as that ad dies, we need to drag it over. I don't think we told you to, anyway. As far as, I don't think we noticed that Bear's out of his dead.
I think Bear DC'd because he stood in the beam. Pretty sure.
Yeah, he soaked a full beam, got to like 66. I don't know if he's here.
Yeah, I lagged out really hard for some reason. I don't know why.
Damn it,
Yeah,
Canada.
I wasn't told to move, so I.
Yeah, I understand. It's because we were all concerned about Bear's connection. Alright, jump down here and eat your feast. So, I was just thinking about it while we were doing all that, and we do need to keep the ads interrupted, which I've been forgetting about for as far as Blue Crimson's ad goes. So, Eggshon, can you just stay on it, on that ad, to help? So, Blue, will you get the first cast, and then Eggshon get next, and hopefully we'll get most of them.
Okay.
Alright.
So this time when we have the ad in phase 2 and Bear moves, I'm gonna move. Can we please try and stack on blue square? That's me.
Yeah, it's towards he has a blue. We're talking about the blue square little marker on his head.
What do we even have the floor markers down there for then that are blue and purple?
Just reference points.
I don't know, it's because you say stack on blue and then some people go to tours and some people go to the floor marker.
I'll put a different marker on tours then. It's, red X. It's on tours. Alright, ready, check in? Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread.
3, 2, 1.
Bear, don't die.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
I'm not your debuffs.
Laser beam.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3,
Spheres coming.
2, 1.
Laser beam.
Watch wave.
I'm just getting thrown around in here.
3, 2, 1.
I'm out, thanks.
3,
Sphere.
2, 1.
Freeze.
Laser beam.
Watch wave.
Thank you.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Maybe bear up if you want. Yep. Spheres coming.
Watch wave. 3, 2, move to star. 3, 2, 1.
Take this down. We have bear. Or blue.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Top yourself. Ah.
two.
See what we can do.
Don't stack yet there. Drop an orb there, don't stack there.
2, 1.
Okay, now. Look for the blue square, or the red X Demon Hunter. Don't stand in front of the boss.
Watch your
There's
step.
me.
Stay with the red X Demon Hunter.
Bring him over.
Beam incoming.
Yeah, come on up, Blue.
Watch your
There's
step.
me.
Beaming.
Watch your step.
There's me.
Watch your step.
There's me.
Blue, you gotta move the big ad on laser beams.
Stand in, he doesn't have any mind control orbs up.
3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1.
Alright, just jump in that, guys.
That was way better stacking up on X though. Way better.
Yeah,
3,
agreed.
2, 1.
Yeah.
3.
But on the second ad, Blue, you gotta make sure when you hear someone call laser beam, you gotta move the ad to wherever side, and I'll follow wherever you go. It'd be ideal to move towards the ads that are up, so that we get more ads there next to them.
I'm having Joey go DPS again. I just have a hunch about clearing or getting Mithrax pushed faster slash the ads did faster. One thing we gotta be better about is I'm terrible at this and always have been. Let me drop a feast. Is when you guys see that ad at like 20-30% health, can you call for Blue to move so that we can get that moving quicker so we have more time on just focusing on the little eyeball ads? And Blue, you can move them closer. They just can't be within 20 yards of each other. I think it's 20 or 30, but they don't need to be that far apart. Thank you. Alright, eat your food, guys. And again, thanks for being here for progress. I feel like I'm a Delta person. Like, thanks for flying Deltas.
I'd like to complain and be moved to first class, please.
Thanks for flying United. Here's your ass beating.
I might move Joey right back. I just want to see some stuff on timing.
No, I just wasted a flask. I'm not going back.
I can give you flasks. Lingus, you good? Alright, here we go, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Same old story. Spread.
2, 1.
How do so many people get? Alright, bring up bear.
How did that happen so fast?
1. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Debuffs out.
Watch wave.
Bear up, I'm out.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
Spread.
1. Watch wave.
Beam.
3, 2,
Someone
1.
got Sam out.
3,
Somebody.
2, 1.
Thank you.
Watch wave.
Grab
3,
surround test somebody.
2, 1.
Out of my range.
3, 2, 1. Phase
Stay spread.
Yes, they spread.
Guys, watch out for the ruin back there.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, go to your spots, guys. Back to the.
Hey, I
Keep
found
up
the
on
ash.
the red demon hunter. Don't be in front of the boss.
Drop some void valleys.
Watch your step.
Beam, beam, beam.
Stay on the red demon.
Yep, come on over. Wow, we all just got hit by this cleave.
But look at all the balls.
Also, I'll have 24 stacks.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Guys, go get orbs.
Watch your step.
Like after this dies. Kill the orb. Good, good. Yeah, Ben especially.
3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1.
My control sphere.
Spread out, boys.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
I gotta get a grip. Stuck in the corner.
3, 2, 1.
It's gonna point us. You went in and out too much. Let's see if we can.
That's rough.
I never had control.
Watch wave.
Alright. Hey, really good phase there, guys. Let's get back into it again.
3, 2, 1.
That was
Yeah.
good stacking up on the second phase, though. That was good.
Yeah. Maybe be a little more, I don't know. Just be mindful if the tanks are over there, Tors. Just so that you, because the orb that was on you got blue crimson there at the end.
Yeah, whoever pulled me I was in the middle of his essence share. So as I was pulled over, he did it.
I fell off again.
It's okay. It's alright. It's a delicate jump. Alright, so we somehow recovered from getting hit by that cleave on that bossy boss, so that's good. Good job. A lot of those got interrupted, also good. Beam stacking is going a lot better. Just a little more tidying up to do. And suddenly we'll be in the last phase, being like, wow, look at 15%. It looks so much cooler than 49. Just remember, spend a whole night on Zool the other week. Kill them pretty quick the next time around. Pretty soon we'll figure out the Zerg strat for this boss. Just ignore the ads, kill the boss. I'm just teasing, don't do that. Alright, ready check in.
Who wants to bet me anything that I'll get the first run?
Make sure you drink your food.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2.
Spread. Good.
Watch way. 3,
Jimmy, call him out.
1. 3, 2, 1.
Spheres. We're getting, I'm gonna hit this.
Watch way.
Right when I started hitting.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Jimmy, you still on here?
Yeah.
Call out the things that you.
I'm gonna blow up melee.
Watch way.
Yeah, you're good.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Spheres, yep.
Watch way. 3,
Good job. Just doing it for him. Spheres.
3, 2,
Igor gets up and
1.
balls me.
Beam.
Watch way. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Spheres. They blew up them out.
Beam.
Watch way. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2.
Stay
Phase
spread out.
2.
Yeah, stay spread out. Keep up, yeah.
Orban 3, 2.
1.
Alright, it's on Brindle. Knock him out. Sam, if you can. Lenny, grab some orbs, bub.
Twite on his anus.
Stay on the Red X Demon Hunter. Don't be in front of the boss. Or the mini.
Watch your
Beam coming out.
Beam.
On the ad.
Gotta move him faster, Bear.
Watch your step.
Beam coming
Beam.
out.
Bring the other ad over here.
Come over, Blue.
Cleave down the ad and all this stuff.
Don't get clean by him.
Watch your
Beam
step.
coming out.
Beam.
Not tight.
You get tighter. Need some.
Watch your step.
Beam.
Beam.
Can I bring up Berlin, please?
Watch your step.
My game crashed.
Boss is active. Finish up the ads. Can get Tibbets to go to the tanks. I can't go over there, obviously.
Beam. Beam.
Mind control.
Beam.
This is swipe it up.
Yeah, it just seems weird because we got him to 32% with this strategy, so I don't know that the strategy is bad. Maybe our execution on it's terrible. Should we try 2 slides? Maybe we'll be better at that.
I don't know. Or do we, like, is there, like, you know, we all loosely stack in the back and the beam doesn't hit everybody every time and the ads just aren't all that close together? You know, like we're not all clumped up in a tight spot, so we don't all have to move every time.
I hate those ads so hard though.
I mean, I know that no one is going to agree with this or not be able to implement it, but I still feel like a lot of people aren't looking at the boss to see where he's facing when he casts the beam. They're just, if I stand here, I won't get hit by the beam. Like,
Well-
everyone still needs to look and pay attention to timers.
A lot of people just kind of like sit on the ad. So if the ad's sitting there, then they're just gonna sit on the ad. And if the beam comes with the ad, they're all gonna get hit by the beam.
Well, we'll still need to look in case someone is ahead or something like that. Like, that's what I mean. I mean, you're right. If everyone's stacked up, you're correct. We don't have to. But it's Is it letting you in, Ben? All right, good.
Yeah.
Right, but it only takes one person to not be in the stack to fire the beam the wrong way, and then
Yeah.
not looking will be a problem.
Yeah. I wanna keep it for a few more, and then maybe we'll change it up to something else. See if we're better at that. Because I wouldn't say that the mind flay dudes are a problem. We're doing relatively good at staying clumped together. It's the beam, right? So it's like maybe we do need to solve that and do like a different thing there. But we'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. More practice on clumping up on the X. I know I need to improve on it. That's for sure. Here's a feast.
So, question: do I need to call out beam during the first phase? Because DBM really gets loud about it, and I think I'm being redundant.
That's fine. Okay, you don't have to.
In phase 2, the tanks just gotta remember to move a little bit early before the beam comes out, so that way I can adjust the X to your position.
So part of the issue there is the essence shear on the ads. Like if you the timing sometimes is off to where an essence shear is going to come up at the time that you have to move the ad. So then you have to sit there, eat the essence shear, and then move, which is slower obviously, but the rate doesn't get cleaved.
Yeah. Do your best. You're right. That's true. They'll have to do their best to move as soon as possible. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass too. Yeah, a lot of things sound good, if like everyone could do a certain thing or something like that, but there's some realities that we have, so we'll have to just keep going with it and change it up if
Hey, what if we get the ads sort of closer together and move back and forth from ad to ad on beams?
well, I just don't think we'll be able to get there with the mind play slows and stuff on folks, because I know that for me it's pretty punishing to even try to move it all during that part, but and I'd rather have one of them die fast than the other, you know what I mean, so that we don't have two up for a long period of time.
Disregard that, never mind.
Are you good, Finity Crush? Okay, here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread.
3.
This guy's racist against demon hunters.
1.
Yep.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
Spread.
1. Watch wave. 3, 2,
Spread back out.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, girl.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Need to push him. We're getting too much in the orbs by the boss. Push for the next
Watch
orb.
wave. 3, 2, 1.
Good.
3, 2, 1.
I thought he pushed it soon.
When exploding rate is gonna get out of this.
Alright, bring up that comes in.
3, phase 2. 3, 2.
Don't stack back there yet. He hasn't dropped the last orb.
Alright, here we go. Stack up. Oh, they're both here. They're both here, though.
Watch your
One's
step.
got dragged away. It's good.
I have res on the other side.
This is the worst loot
Stack it up.
tight stack job.
Watch your step.
Bring a valley when you can. Maybe not.
Res is down.
Watch your step.
Game over blue.
No, we lost the other tank.
Yeah, we're done.
Watch your step.
So instead of waiting, because I know the tanks can't move, I'm just gonna move regardless.
Watch your step.
I think we still have a lot of ranged who are just kind of hanging out in like ranged style, like as if they're ranged players, but we need them to stack up tighter too.
There's literally no reason, unless you're tanking the other ad, there's no reason not to stand on the X.
Yeah. Except for a few folks, but yeah. I said, don't hate me for this. I just want to try. Just take a deep breath. It's okay. We've already been through. How many wipes are we at? Like 15? Something like that? It's okay if it's a couple more.
4.
But, I just want to, against a lot of people's advice, give it a try. So just bear with me. I moved the markers in the back, the blue and the diamond, farther apart. They're still in the back. I want the melee, I want everyone to do the same thing. So Tibbets will be on blue, Eggshon's still interrupting that ad, but everyone else has a loose stack around those 2 markers, just not clumped as far as ranged and healers go. Melee obviously will have to be. And just bear with me for 2 pulls and see how it goes. Alright? Alright. Drop in a feast. Like, fanned out over that back little quarter of the room. Yes, it's going to make the mind control or the mind fight ads much harder to finish off. I get that. But I just want to give it a shot. So when we're transitioning to that part, if you're ranged especially, just make sure that you're by those markers in between, in there somewhere, just spread around, okay? Healers, that means you'll probably not have to run from every beam, but that does mean everyone literally has to look and not rely on Taurus to do it for you. And heals, if you're not being targeted, blast some heals on folks that are in that beam that can't move, okay?
I just got back. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
we're just loose. You're doing the same thing. You're staying on blue crimson wherever he goes.
Okay.
And then coming back in, and we're not gonna stack tight for this next pull or 2.
Alright, cool. So, I did get a cookie, and it is very good, so I've got a really good feeling about this pull. I think this is it. Like, 90% sure.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go.
What's in the cookie? And can I have some?
Chocolate chips, my man.
I think there's
Not
more
a
than
pot
chocolate
cookie.
chips, brother.
Man, I wish it was a pot.
I mean, I have all the faith too, you know. We're gonna get this.
Okay, everyone's ready. Here we go. We'll time this out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Racist ass.
Wow,
Yeah, me too, dude.
that's funny. It's every time.
Watch wave.
Beam, get out of it.
3,
Mind control orbs.
1. 3, 2, 1.
Right now, break up window if you can.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Blow 'em up, guys.
2, 1. Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3. Move to circle. 2.
Spheres spread.
1. Watch wave.
I'm backed into a wall.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
I just bubbled.
Yes.
I just bubbled out over front.
Battle Rise Bear Stick.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2.
We got a Battle Rise on Bear
One.
Stick.
Alright.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
3,
This is
take
spread.
2.
Here, make sure yourself is locked up.
3, 2, 1.
One more sphere.
It's gonna be in the back by the ad.
Alright, so loosely stack up between these markers. Get Calamore out, please.
He's stuck on a wall. I need to yank him.
Yeah, can we get a death? We don't have a death knight.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Come on over, not yet. I'll try to get you out.
Stack up, stack up.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Get up.
I can't.
Get the next ad over.
Watch your step.
The beam, guys.
Okay.
Watch your step.
Yeah, it's just to bring that ad over blue.
Watch your step.
Beam.
Three, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Watch wave. 3, 2,
Alright,
One.
wipe it up. Like this.
3, 2.
Am I running too far away with the debuff?
I don't think so. We just missed you. We apparently are anti-hunter with the debuff.
3, 2,
It's
1.
45 yards away from the
3, 2,
users.
1.
One more. Put the feast down. Yeah, sure.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles, like you.
Alright, I'm just gonna say this. Sam. There's too many melee. You're going to probably get 1 to 2 in each one. 2 minimum.
Yeah, we gotta.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Unless we rotate the boss around the room, which we're not.
We haven't been doing it.
It happened a couple times in range too. That's what he's talking about.
That's true, it did.
Like with my range meter, if I see like 1 or 2 in my range meter, I'm okay with it. 3 or more, then I move.
Okay, one more. No. Alright, buffing. Let's do one more like this. I might change it up again after this. I probably will. But just ready to check. I just want to try this again where we're loosely stacking in the back. I don't think it went any better or worse. But we'll see. We did have weird transition there. Alright, here comes the timer. So be very vocal about blue. He is hard of hearing. I'm just gonna move the ad over in that transition. It's at like 30%.
1. Three.
Spread.
Come on, dude.
1.
Wow, tourism.
It's all good. We're biffles.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 1. Watch wave.
Showers out.
3, 2, 1. 3, Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Still mind control.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1.
Got it.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
That was so
Watch
microphone.
wave. 3, 2, 1.
Can people please run their swirls with the
3,
correct color?
2, 1.
Oh, I don't think we have them. Oh, yeah, I guess we do. Start in circle.
Yeah, we
Alright.
do. Yeah, we do.
Alright, transition
3,
time.
2, phase 2.
Spread, spread. Turn. 5, 4, 3.
3,
Lock yourself up.
2, 1.
Can you get me out?
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Yeah. Really just got smack.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Move the other ad over.
That wasn't going any better. We're just
Watch
Still
your
alive.
step. Watch your step.
Beam.
Watch your step.
Yeah, for melee, the hitbox is gigantic. You literally have one melee stand in front and one behind, and both can melee. So as in one melee stands right next to the boss and one stands behind them, and there's enough range where you both won't get MC'd.
Alright.
I have
One more thing.
many lucky tools.
Sorry to swap things around with you guys so much. Tibbets, or Joey, will you go back to healing? Tibbets, will you go back to prot? And Blue, will you go back to DPS? Thanks.
Is this the last bowl or should I flask?
Oh, it's not the last bowl.
Okay.
Don't we have like an hour?
I can't remove Blue Crimson from being a main tank on the list for some reason.
I can leave.
No.
Re-invite me.
Okay, yeah, do that real quick. There you go.
Alright, so guys, on the ad phase, I know it's a pain in the ass, but not only do you have to watch out for the beam, you can't get in front of the big ad because he cleaves.
And
Personal responsibility. You have to do it.
it's not we're getting very clean there. Yeah.
Especially if we're going to be loosely stacked, like you're not going to always 100% know which way the tank's going to move the ads, so you just need to stay a little bit away until you see that you're not going to run back into the ad's face after the beam.
Yeah. If you think that over under on if you guys prefer the stack up versus loosely spread out, I mean we weren't making any progress on the loosely spread anyway, so probably just go back to stacking up. But still, regardless, still gotta look.
Do we want to try our double groups? Maybe that's the route to victory.
I'm not sure.
I mean, we haven't tried it yet. We got an hour.
Nobody likes the double groups. You bring it up and you get yelled at.
Yeah.
I like double groups.
I mean, it's not.
Kevin really likes it.
Kevin, BRB.
That's why, Ben, you have to try a different language, like dos grupos, por favor.
Our first kill
Dos
was double groups, so we should try it again.
Then the callouts would be so it's what star and circle are the left and right groups. So if there's, I guess, vocal people in each group, you know, say beam star, and if you're not on star, then you can just chill.
Yeah, we're gonna say the, you know, just do what you need to dodge the fucking beam in the last phase. If you're stacked up on Tors, great. If you're not, I don't know what to do. But just everyone needs to not be in the beam. Ready check and we're gonna get down there. I was thinking about Vantage rooting, but since we're already at 10, maybe that's not a good idea. I know we got an hour left, but it's not about DPS. It's about, for Vantage roots, it's about having the extra damage, like reduction. Let me know. Actually, officer chat. Will you let me know if you guys think we should?
I don't think, no.
Okay.
Alright.
Never mind then. And then if we're back here next week, when we start progress, we'll just Vantage root on this boss and not have any for goofing. Alright, so ready check's done. No wait, Erlen, you good?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Alright. Pull in.
Just catching up to the shit talking.
Oh, okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you're melee, stay on Tors. Just don't get hit by the beam in that last phase. Spread out for the orbs. It's on Tors again. It's funny.
Watch way.
Beam.
2, 1.
I don't see where the mind control orb went,
3,
but here it comes.
2, 1. Watch wave.
Can you talk this for me, Bear?
2, 1.
Spheres.
3, 2, 1. Watch wave. 3, 2,
And spheres are in 4 seconds.
3.
Get some sphere.
2,
Get some green balls, Vindy, when you can.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3.
Spheres again.
1. Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3.
Spread out, spread out, spread out.
1.
I'm in an orb. I guess not.
Watch wave.
Out of the beam.
3, 2, 1.
Grab some
3,
balls when you can.
2. Phase 2.
Phase 2.
3.
Tibbets, you're stuck with.
2, 1.
I'll be on you, Tibbets. Egg shot. You're up. Grab some orbs, guys. Get your health back up. Close that up.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Beam
Stack
in
up,
3,
here comes the other ones.
1. Beam.
Visions. Yeah. Bring over the other ad.
It's gonna be a beam at the same time, probably.
Don't get in front of the ad, guys.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
There it is.
Okay, nice and easy. Get on the boss. Or the
Ad.
Sorry, big ad.
Watch
Beam.
your step.
Okay, kill these ads. Watch out for beam. Got more beam, I think. Okay, no, let's go back. So we got
Red for
more
orbs.
Spread out.
3,
Stack on Berserk.
3, 1, 2.
Kill the remaining guys before you get back on the
There's
boss.
the orb.
Watch wave.
Beam.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Spread.
Externalizing.
3, 2, 1.
Sphere coming.
3,
Spread.
2, 1. Watch wave.
Last. And then we have
3, 2,
orb right after that. 5
1.
seconds.
Spread out.
3, 2,
No
1.
bad Tibbets. Cervantes out back there. Thank you.
Watch
But
wave.
just get away from me, dude. I almost get hit.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
Sphere.
1.
Oh, goodness, please. Thanks.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
Sphere.
1.
What's that, Jerry?
Get symbol when you get a chance. When you
Watch wave.
Yep.
3, 2,
Doing it now.
1.
Second transition.
3,
Nice.
2,
Spread.
phase 2.
Spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out.
3, 2.
My command shot's not up yet. I got it.
Okay, it's out.
can Sam drop a bubble maybe? And on the
Sam's
tanks for the
mind
tanks.
controlled. He was mind controlled.
Stack on it.
Yep, hands loose.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
I'm gonna lose you, Tibbet. Whatever you can.
Remember melee, you can interrupt Void Volley on the big ad.
Bring the next big ad over and incoming beam. Get in front of
Watch
him.
your
Beam.
step.
Alright.
Get in front of him.
Watch your step.
Beam.
I'm high.
Okay. Hey, you're at 42. Grab some stacks, bub. Or ton off if you can.
These little ads down.
Watch your
Beam.
step.
Give some stacks for Tibbets, guys. YouTube in.
Alright.
Get these ads.
My control.
3, 2, 3,
Spread,
out.
spread,
2,
spread, spread.
Spread,
1.
spread. So me and Sam in the middle. We're idiots. Thanks.
Up with the snow in the back.
Bear.
Watch wave. 3,
So that's up, guys.
1.
Now we should be on the boss.
3, 2, 1.
Sphere.
Try to stay as spread as you can too.
I'm him in this. Don't die, Tibbets.
Watch wave.
I got chains up ready for me to get slow again.
1. 3, 2, 1.
No, 20.
Watch wave.
Paints up on tip.
3, 2,
Is it 23?
1.
Lower your
3,
stacks of tanks.
2.
Tanks need down all the orbs that are left.
Second pot.
Did we already hear it?
Lust.
Watch wave.
Watch out.
I'm gonna die to this.
3, 2, 1. 3,
Sphere.
1.
Stay spread out.
Look.
Get that ruin out of here.
Watch
Put
wave.
me out, put me out.
3, 2,
Get me out of my control.
1.
I'm trying.
3, 2,
Stay focused.
1.
Stay spread out.
Low.
Watch wave.
Get out of here, boys.
3,
Calm
2,
down.
1.
Rather you die than the whole raid.
3, 2,
Soulstone's begin.
1.
Bears popping cooldowns.
Leave them in
Oh,
that
a bunch of us. Leave us.
Leave
in
them.
this.
Leave it.
Yes.
Don't break them.
Leave it.
Watch wave. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Nice
Okay.
job.
Yes.
Vantis who?
Oh my god, it sucked.
I almost popped the vein there.
Hey, I got my robes.
Never doing this boss again then.
Yeah, that just saved the
So-
progress.
So what I wondered is, and I want to know what you guys thought. we basically just said fuck it, we don't care anymore, do what you want, right? So what did you think if we were to repeat this again for people that come, what the hell did we just do in the transition?
Personal responsibility.
Yeah, pretty much. We just did what we were supposed to, all of us.
Everyone just kept paying attention.
Well, I think when we asked people to stack up, they were looking at each other more so than they were looking at the boss. And I know that I can only look at one thing at a time, and that's actually pushing it usually.
I was told I didn't need personal responsibility.
You don't have any responsibility.
I also just kind of looked at the boss, and if somebody said beam, I tried to make my best decision on which way to go, and I kept with it. I just went that way, and I didn't stop.
Yeah, I do think that in the next time that we do this, though, unless like we shouldn't have to call spread out because you should naturally be spread out after every beam. And I think that the reason why everybody got clumped up on the last bit is because they got excited and clumped up. But there's literally no reason why you should be close to other people for the majority of this fight, especially ranged. Like, I know melee's got a lot of it because it's like 80% of the raid is melee, but there's a lot of times where I look back and I see, you know, Shaw was holding hands with Slice Muffin, and then like Eric making out with whoever else is in the back, Kevin, and it's weird.
What's going on with you, ranged?
Hey, first time getting below 20, we killed it. Great job, everybody. I don't want to start moving progress. I want to do so here's the thing. I gotta trim us down to 20, and I want to do Mythic Talic, right? But I gotta drop us down to 20. So that means about 10 people I'm gonna have to drop out. Will you send me a whisper if you're okay with sitting? And yeah, let me know. Just a whisper though. Mythic Talic, right?
Well, we have to hard out to get back.
I think you can go to
think that
and then
Pad,
there's a thing in the
little
back.
pad,
Isn't
it works here, I think.
Yeah, right here where Chim is.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, where Chim is by the blue marker.
So people also did a much better job at leaving orbs up. I mean, the only times I got really high was when I fucked up. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but you did a pretty good job.
Hey, thanks, bud.
Nice, thank you, brother. Thank you.
And Bear too. Even though isn't.
Yeah, Bear. I mean, everybody, Blue, everybody, y'all did your jobs. We had to figure it out, man.
It was
All
a
right, I'm
cookie.
out.
Did anyone look at
Yeah,
the
foods, man.
drink that Sam just got, by the way? Lucky bastard.
All right. Just
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Oh, nice, at 390. I got a 375.
With a socket.
I got a Azrite armor. Nope. Oh, power. That's what.
I got sanguine cells.
Well, I got those too.
I got AP. I'm so excited.
I'll rearrange groups in just a second, and then if you're not in the groups 1, 2, 3, 4 eventually, then I'll be asking you to step out. And Blue, unfortunately, you can't come because you're on Score Crusher though.
I love an incessantly ticking clock. I used that for a while.
Yeah, it's 3:30 though.
Ben, post logs.
There's a link.
Yeah.
On the wrong channel.
It's right above the piggy.
Come work my Discord.
What do I look like, your pool boy?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm not that attractive.
No, I'm getting older.
And I don't know how to make
my
drinks.
selection's getting slimmer.
I don't know how to make drinks, and I got a gut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. That's not a sexual. I didn't mean
that's not. That's not a good thing.
Emily, please report to HR.
It's been a while.
Wow. So I'm happy to report that I am well below what my Sims are.
Really?
That fight is terrible.
It's tough. Because, you have to move around. Survival's really the major thing.
Yeah, I think Fetid is the only fight that I get like pretty much on point with The Sims. But I mean, that's the patchwork of this raid tier. So
Actually, Talic is pretty good too.
Hectic ad cleave.
Depending on the fight, I'm actually pretty high DPS on this boss for some reason.
Yeah, you are. Probably because you can DPS while moving, right?
Not.
It's when all those ads spawn and you just Moonstar Fall Fire.
Yeah, but I can't Moonstar Fall Fire because Ali yells at me.
Yeah, because I kept having to spell you, dude.
I know.
We had so much melee, I was just running out every 5 seconds.
You'll be happy to know, Ali, that I stopped Moonfire spamming unless it was you in mind control.
Thanks, dude. Dude, nothing's gonna irritate me more than making me have to spend 7% of my mana. Trust me, that's how you get to me.
Noted.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna group 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thanks for if you can mind don't jumping out. Group 6. Then I will. We'll get you in on the next one. This shouldn't be too bad. I just want to get a couple pulls in. If we can clear it, I'll make sure to rotate people in for this one for sure. I don't zone in though if you're already here. I need to reset it to Mythic.
Yes, Ned, I do, and it also I have the talent that spreads it around. So if anything's close to anything that I Moonfire, I put 2 out.
All right.
The Moonfire Plague.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy. Have you back to TPS.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye, Mike.
See you.
Mike.
Mike says you're gonna pay for this tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, we're doing lunch?
Oh, we're doing lunch?
You know you're always up for lunch, Ben.
I could eat.
Man, I'm busy.
Or some
said-
fucking
yeah.
brunch, dude.
It'll be late. Glingus, can you go ahead?
Igor, it'll be probably around 12:30. I'll text you.
Cool.
Alright, Glingus, can you zone in and get a summoning stone down? My 2 people I live with, Kevin and Mike, have been sat, so I'm getting a lot of shit IRL, just throwing it out there. Glingus, can you zone in and put down a summoning stone?
Well, Kevin wanted us to split in 2 groups, so.
Alright, so real quick, Tibbets. Apparently, Paladins. There's a new mechanic in this fight, obviously. Apparently, Paladins can solo the tank mechanic, which is a little crazy to me. Something called. Tell me if you think this makes any sense to you. Essentially, there's a debuff that anyone without a different debuff is supposed to stack on you, and it splits damage between you and all of them, right? But this friend of mine, she does it in another guild in Dalaran. She says it is spell warding first, then bubble, and then AD, whatever the hell AD is.
Oh, okay.
Awesome DPS.
I need a respect. Or
I
respect.
figured. But what is?
Argent Defender, I think.
Yeah.
Spell warding, he's not gonna have Blessing and Protection.
Yes. Spell wording, I give up horse. So 1 less horse, so less galloping, more no magic. That sounds good to me. Okay. Let me leave your back in.
Damage, so.
Do you need a tome?
I could just respect, or yeah, just hurt or whatever.
No. Let me just give you a tome. Takes too long to do that.
Can't believe Tibbets is busy right now.
I just traded him one. Anybody else? Slice, you good for that? You get that summon?
Yeah, I was just gonna buy a flask.
Oh, okay. Did you get it? Oh, there we go. There's Joey. Alright, so for folks that are still in here, well, I'll wait till Slice gets in here. It's the laser beam thing on the elevator on steroids, first of all, which is our strong suit, right? So there's a lot more laser beams on the elevator ride. There is. Well, I can trade you a flask, Slice, or you already buy one.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Okay, I'm gonna send you another summon.
Sorry.
You're fine. Alright, for everyone else though, yeah, you'll definitely need a flask for this, for sure. If you don't have one, we need to talk and give someone a trade.
I didn't
give it out. Oh, no. Oh, you didn't? I'll trade you one. You can send it back to me.
Thanks.
Do you need a mailbox?
Yeah, he does.
I'll drop one.
Okay, there you go. And I'll trade this one over to Glingus.
by the summoning stone.
There you go. All right. Sorry, this will take just a sec for setup. I apologize. Does anyone already have a Ventus rune on?
Oh, I guess I could.
I do.
Bear does.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna divvy them out.
I'm gonna make one for myself real quick.
Okay.
I can make 3 if we need some.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
Okay, we got 100 in the bank. All right. This is actually going poorly. Never mind. I'm gonna drop them into a tab. There's a crafting mats tab. It's the third tab. On the far right, you'll see Vantage runes being placed. You grab one. They look like little orange symbols. I know people are taking them, but
Am I supposed to take one?
yeah. I'm dropping them in there as fast as I can split them.
And you can't use it yet until we kill the trash. Because he's not targetable as a boss.
Okay. You don't have permission? Oh. I'll just trade it to you. Or just promote you. One or the other. Alright, there, you should have permission now. I'm putting them back in now, you should see them.
Can you trade me one, Matt?
Yep. Does anybody else not have one besides Igor?
Morph.
Okay. So I put so far 20 or 18 in there, so I imagine most people have them now.
Thanks, man.
So it's this enlarged heart thing, is what you're talking about, right, Sang?
Yep.
Okay, is there a way to bait that? Like, to ensure that I get it, as opposed to Bear?
I think it's just whoever the current tank is.
Oh, okay, okay.
Alright, let's go to this trash and then we'll go over it. Alright. Let's kill the right one first. Remember, this is gonna hit hard, so you ready? Get out.
Oh, look at Barf gets brought to Mythic AFK on trash. Must be nice.
He told me
I
to be right
require
back.
a target.
He's still mad about all those size.
All those size?
Size.
Extra crispy, please.
So many bears.
Back out.
I need to
Get out.
target something first.
Alright.
What is this?
Alright, now that he's active, click on the boss, and then click on the Vantage rune in your bag.
You have to go in the room a little bit.
Yeah. Alright, so Mythic Talak, so remember all the mechanics from Heroic. It's same stuff, except for the 2 additional ones. One is called Enlarged Heart. It puts a debuff on the tank. Go over that in a second. The other one, that I don't remember off the top of my head, is
Hardened arteries.
Hardened arteries. So what it does is it's puts a circle on around you, and everyone with the debuff needs to spread out so that no one else is in their circle, right? It does about half your health, or 60 or 40% of your health and damage. So heals, that's when we're gonna need to really rocket them back up. If 2 people are in the same circle, unless you don't use a personal, you're probably gonna die. All right. That means half the raid's gonna get this debuff at once. The other half will not. So the real strat is, we can probably just do the real one at first, is if you do not have hardened arteries, you are supposed to go on top of the tank, because these happen at the same time, and stack on top of the tank and split the damage from his enlarged heart debuff, and then go back to what you're doing. I think since we have so many melee, it could just be whatever melee are not with the debuff should be able to do it, but maybe be able to just do it with Tibbet's doing first off. Oh, thanks. Thank you, dude. doing a spell spell warding for the first enlarged heart by himself, so do not stack. So we will ignore this mechanic and let Tibbets do it. So it should be the tank that has current aggro. So spell warding, and then bubble, and then ardent defender to solo them. And then if it's going to be a problem, we just need to have the melee that do not get hardened arteries to go stack on them. All right, it's not a big deal. The other bit is on the elevator ride. You need to have a ranged stack group and a melee stack group. The ranged group will just stay in one spot. The melee group is going to go in a Talik puts a red shit around the room, around the center. You're supposed to kite the ad around the room, just like you always do, and make sure you don't have it so where the blood splatter thing is covering like all the way to the edge, so melee can still run freely to avoid the lines. So range, we stay on a stack point, which I don't know where it's going to be at until we do a few pulls. Melee, you're going to go on the other end, and the idea is that healers don't have to move in order to keep the melee up, right? And the range just DPS down the blob from distance. In heroic, the tank bear stick, I guess, will probably be the one for the most part, or Tibbets, whichever one. That's going to be breaking the little focused ads that target someone. It throws you a lot farther, so don't be near the edge. All right, let's give it a shot.
Hold on, I had to reload.
Oh,
Coming
okay.
back in now.
Okay. This could go comically bad. This could go comically poorly. It could go fine.
Wait, so should I take boss then?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think there's a tank swap, so it would be. At least I don't think. So everyone else though, we're gonna need to run our shit over far away like we always do, but we need to keep them tighter than we normally do. All right, because and we're gonna lust on. We should lust on pull it, right? We just need to get out of this phase quick, and we want to have as little piles of goo as possible. So Tibbets, you want to tank him over on the right side of the room. If you get the debuff, which you will, run it and try to keep it as tightly concentrated with the other people as you can, kind of by diamond. All right. So don't run off into some other way. Warriors, leap over here. We have a ton of warriors. You guys can leap. Do what you need to get over here, okay? And drop it off. And then ranged, we'll figure out our stack point after. Alright. Everyone's ready. You ready, Raven?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll flash move.
Okay, me too, actually. Alright.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hosts detected. Infection commencing.
Here it comes. Run out.
Initiating blood dispersal of target host.
Jim.
Gosh.
Gotta get out of that a lot faster.
Watch wave.
Static.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Specimen.
Run away.
Targeted for destruction.
Lost it.
Slow. Oh god. And then you stop. I didn't know that.
4, 3,
It's like cruel.
2,
Yeah.
1.
Deploy.
What's that
Oh
called?
Bring
man.
up Tibbets. Get away from that.
Oh, yeah, this would be a good time for bubble, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Shit.
It's okay, I just wanted to see it go. Do more. Alright, so the next one of these, let's try it where melee that do not get
Keep
hardened
moving.
arteries stack on the boss. Alright.
Run away.
Activating. Cudgel retrieval.
Oh, that was dumb of me. So the range should be spread on at the start. Because I didn't know
Can be,
that.
yeah.
I forgot totally left my mind that it slowed, even though you said that. Because the range was in kind of a little bit of a clump, so.
Watch wave.
Static.
4, 3, 2,
Good.
1. Help
Specimen.
soak.
Melee that don't have
Targeted
this
for
stack on the tank.
destruction.
On that tank.
4,
Shit.
3, 2.
I died.
Initiating blood dispersal
Alright, so that's not gonna
of
work.
target
Unless,
host.
we have other people in there too.
Yeah, I goofed. I didn't realize it was gonna happen that quickly.
Deploy.
So did you not use your thing for
Oh
that?
yeah, I didn't use shit, dude. I'm just like, what?
Okay.
Cool
Alright.
down.
Die it up.
But how do I buttons if I have no hands?
Alright, so going forward, then the next, for now, anyway, until we get a little more hang of it, where no one, just Tibbets is going to solo those enlarged hearts, okay?
Activating. Cudgel retrieval. Subjects
Alright,
primed
release, let's get back in quick.
for contamination.
Drop it a feast. Yeah, I don't know why range can't be just spread out at the very beginning. I guess you're right. I don't know. I imagine
Yeah,
there's a reason. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure we can stay spread out for the most part. I mean, there's a lot of arena, right? And just as long as we drop the bloods in the marked spot.
Yeah. It's supposed to be loosely stacked around purplish. Yeah, so range will spread out. But melee, it'll just be warriors have to leap out, all that stuff when you get enlarged or hardened arteries.
Is there a DBM warning for that? Okay.
I'll try and call out the hardened arteries thing, and I'll just say spread out for arteries, I guess.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Initiating plasma collection.
That means they'll range. They're gonna be dropping shit on you. Don't be
Charge.
mad if they drop.
Initiating blood
Get out.
dispersal.
Out. Over to
of
purple. Over
target
to
host.
purple if you can, Janai.
Cloak it off.
Oh, that's even better.
Watch wave.
Static. Watch it.
4, 3,
Enlarged heart incoming.
1.
Specific.
Hellstroke.
Targeted for destruction.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, real quick, just so we know what happened to Tor and Ned. Get away from this guy's. Tor, where the boss is now. Run away.
I think they stacked on the tank.
Oh, did you guys stack on the tank?
Yeah, we said not to do that.
Whoops.
Initiating blood dispersal of target host. Activating cudgel retrieval.
Static in 5-ish. I want to get to the elevator ride and then wipe. I just want to see.
Watch wave.
Enlarged heart in 4, start
4,
spreading.
3, 2, 1. Hellstroke.
Specimen.
Run away.
Targeted for destruction.
So you should be able to pull
4,
this one and be on
3,
bear for a sec. Yep,
2,
good.
1.
Initiating blood dispersal
Works so
of
nice.
target host. Deploying cudgel.
Cudgel. I don't have bubble for this.
It's alright. Get away, guys.
It's fall off damage. The closer you are to him, it does more damage when he pounds his hammer.
Yeah, don't be in between him and the mace.
You're gonna get trampled, Ben.
Activating
Oh god.
cudgel
Run
retrieval.
away.
I thought he already went and got it. Not paying attention.
Initiating blood dispersal of target host.
Where's the range stack?
Oh dang, we did it.
Where's melee at?
4, 3,
Where are the stack
2,
Let's
points?
just,
One.
Fluid
Phase change.
evacuation
blue square.
in progress. Entering
Well, it's not
standby.
gonna work. We're all together. But you go counterclockwise with that. So range not to move.
target you.
I'll stun it or confuse it.
One of the tanks to bust the things.
You got a beam right near blue square.
This spot's pretty safe for a bit. Where me and Matt, where blue square is pretty safe for a little bit.
Just need range to.
Ooh, that's a laser.
Just gonna cut through melee, like where you are right now. You should be good.
Alright, can we break one of these pivots, these chasing ones?
Watch out, ranged. You're about to get zapped.
I don't have a target.
There's one beam coming up through the melee pile.
You guys got a beam coming through you. You gotta move.
That's it.
Almost to the bottom.
You might be able to fall off if you don't want to die.
Alright. Cool, cool. Good job, guys. We won't have the DPS to kill it, so
Phase
it'll be
change.
alright. Just stand in pools and shit.
We have the DPS.
Levels
Nah,
at maximum.
maybe. I don't think so.
Resume collection.
Alright, just go ahead and stand in this pools. Let's end it quick. But it's not so bad, right?
Yeah, that the hard part seemed totally doable. I felt
Yeah.
pretty good.
The elevator's the hard part. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's again going to be a little bit of personal responsibility on the elevator ride, but for the most part, we should have healers be able to just kind of chill and not have to move from the
Targeted for
from
destruction.
range rather.
3.
Okay, so
2.
should I be like running at those blobs? Like what should I be doing? Usually I'm tanking the little angry dude.
I think that's what Bear will do is take the angry dude if you want to just break the ones that are focused on people.
Be good.
All right, cool. So just run at stuff.
And then when we get down to the bottom, you take the boss, and I'll run that stuff.
Hell yeah.
Alright, you release folks, we can eat and go.
Yeah, we're not stonking the tank thing.
No, we're not, yeah.
So during that part, just make sure your circle doesn't overlap somebody.
Yep, that's it. And Paladin should be able to take care of the rest. So on his second one, Bear, he's gonna bubble, I think, so it's gonna drop aggro to you. Just make sure you're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna bubble taunt and I'll keep aggro on the boss for a while. I don't know if I need to actually taunt though.
I don't know if it'll go back to you if you have bubble on. Well,
Yeah, you can bubble taunt, but like the bubble lasts longer than the taunt does, so it's gonna flick back to bear stick for a sec.
okay. Alright, here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Initiating plasma collection.
Put up the star mark. People to run to when he's doing
Initiating blood dispersal of target host.
Watch out for blood bullets. Oh, that's not yet. 5 seconds for blood bullets.
Watch wave.
Enlarged
4,
heart in 5,
3,
so this is going to be
2,
big circles in 5.
1.
Spread out. Spread out.
Specimen.
Circles.
Targeted for destruction.
4.
I know, he jumped right to where I went.
2, 1. Run.
Deploying.
Cudgel. Get to the star.
Get in the bubble.
Get in the bubble. Alright, back out. Or just don't be between the mace and him, guys.
Yeah.
Look at the
Don't be.
mace, look at
Don't
him.
watch out where that purple marker is. Don't be.
Initiating blood
Do blood, so
dispersal
careful.
of target host.
Which is where the marker is. Careful, he's gonna pick up his mace torso.
Activating cudgel retrieval.
Good. You can stack some of these bloods on top of each other for the next one, if you've got a personal.
Blood bullets coming out in 3.
Watch wave.
Here it comes, dodge it.
4,
Start to spread out for hardened
3,
arteries.
2,
Spread out. Spread out.
1. Run out.
Specimen. Targeted for destruction.
4, 3, 2, 1. Run out.
Initiating blood dispersal
Keep moving.
of target host.
Run.
Deploying
Cudgel.
cudgel.
I don't have a
Get to
bubble
the
for this.
star. It's alright.
Oh, come in. You're like, oh, we both did it.
We can bring up Ned.
Don't be between the cudgel.
Yeah, don't be between them.
Phase 2. Where we stacking? Melee?
Just starish over by that pile. I'm gonna go over to blue square, which is where the ranger is.
Village
Blue
evacuation
square ranged.
in progress.
Yep.
Entering
You
standby.
try not to do this and just try to help with laser calls.
Okay. Pull that
Target
up
you.
range. He'll spam on these kids. Get knocked off, guys.
Melee, we have one coming up like kind of right where we're going.
Yeah, see it.
Oh, oops.
Yeah,
Lost all the
the,
range. So just jump off. It's not a point.
I'm sorry, I was totaled.
It's okay.
What, hap-
Yep.
what happened to the range pile?
We're just dumb.
Last time I put barf on follow.
jump off, guys, so we can go. Oh, it's kind of cool to see the elevator come down from the other way.
Wait, how do I die?
Oh, I don't know.
How would I
You crushed by the elevator.
Alright, so anyway, so we did better the first time around. That was really good, though. Just make sure you're. I think Ned was a little too close to the sanguine static release. Let's go and eat up.
Oh, we didn't
And
have to die. Sweet.
Oh, nice. Here's a feast. And then everyone else, though, especially range, we needed to. That was embarrassing.
So blue square is the range stack point, and melee just follows the tank. Is that what they do?
Well, and then someone in melee should be doing a lookout for him because tank is busy. So just say stuff like that, like Joey did.
I'll do it because I don't really do any business stupid bloods anyway.
Hey, there's a droplet still. Interesting.
Yeah, I have a hard time. I just spot heal with Shadow Bend, and that feels really inefficient. I need to figure out something for that elevator phase.
That ad's really here.
Wait, what? Where?
Right in front of us.
I don't see a droplet.
I just marked it with a star.
Oh, I can stab it, but nothing happens.
All right, I'm ready to check it.
So is like a tank or something supposed to get smacked by the fixating bloods?
Yeah, Tibbet should be chasing him around, or Bear, whichever one. Which one was tanking the little? The
Yeah, I was supposed to be chasing him. That was my bad.
Yeah, that's what killed the melee.
Or it was because all the healers died.
Well, that's it.
Alright, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Initiating. Plasma collection.
Remember, discharge debuff coming soon.
Initiating blood
Joey
dispersal
and Ed.
of target host.
It's pretty hacks for rogues. Alright.
Blood
Static
bullets.
coming.
Blood
Watch
bullets.
wave.
Don't be hit by all 5 waves
4,
or anything.
3.
Spread out
2,
for heart. Spread out for
1.
heart.
Help
Specimen.
soak.
Targeted for destruction.
Get Tibbets up more, please, please. Thank you. You
4,
can't solo it if it's low.
3, 2,
Cudgel.
1.
Deploying.
Run.
Get the star.
Cudgel.
Get in this
Get in
bubble.
the bubble. Oh, melee, get in.
Hope this bubble lasts long enough.
I'm gonna rally craft the second one of those.
Initiating
Alright,
blood
don't be
dispersal
between boss and
of
maze.
target host. Activating. Cudgel retrieval.
Static coming melee. Make sure you get to max melee range. Oh, it was supposed to, but it didn't.
Target
Here
you.
it comes.
4,
Enlarged
3,
heart. Spread out.
2,
Spread out. Spread
1.
out.
Help
Specimen.
soak.
Targeted for destruction.
4, 3,
Perfect.
2, 1.
Initiating blood dispersal of target host.
Get out with those. Good job on that. Game.
Deploying.
Cudgel.
Cudgel.
I
I
like
don't
her.
have it. Don't have anything.
Good.
I barely tickled.
You barely tickled.
Yep.
Alright, transitions.
Range on blue square. Oh, there's blood there.
Close to it.
Melee coming over to the star side.
Fluid
change.
evacuation in progress. Entering
Interrupt those tents.
standby.
Can I get?
Too far away.
Melee, there's gonna be one the direction you're going.
Why the demon
If you
gateway?
get to the edge, get to the edge.
Range demon gateway is pretty safe for a sec.
Dang it.
Told you, melee. Same problem. It's gonna come up right through the melee.
Move, Frank, move, move, move. Orion.
Good.
This demon gateway is safe for the rest of the way down, guys.
There's one coming up through the melee again.
Here it comes.
Go to where ranged is. Don't move too far.
Holy fuck, this elevator.
Relax, don't move too fast that way.
Yeah, if you stay kind of where you are, you should avoid the remaining ones.
Back up, Bear. Back up. Back.
Can we get the relic? Oh wait, the where's it?
Alright, you can jump off if you run out of room.
Run away.
I need a lust, please.
Phase change.
You want to finish ads?
Get the ads.
Kill the
Ads.
Levels at maximum.
We bring up
Resume
Jerry.
collection.
Sir Father.
Plasma discharge. This is the blood drop debuff.
Yep.
Please don't drop the blood on top of the ads.
Blood bullets in 5.
Watch
Blood
wave.
bullets.
4, 3.
Spread out. Spread
2,
out for hardened.
1.
Spread out.
Run
Specimen.
out.
Targeted for
Plenty of arena
destruction.
now.
3, 2, 1.
I'll really cry up in 30 seconds.
Still put ad out.
Cudgel.
Get it into the away from the boss.
There's a
There's
bubble
a-
down.
The little chasey ads are out if the tank wants to.
There you go. Run
Get
out.
those out.
I'm gonna cooldowns.
Try to somewhat stack these bloods, guys. We need to be able to clear them with Cudgel.
You don't have a. What's it called again? The magic one.
Oh, that just came up right now.
Blood bullets. Blood bullets outcoming soon. Oh, I lied. Or Deviant lied to me. It's gonna be
Watch
enlarged
wave.
heart.
4,
Start
3,
spreading out.
2, 1.
Spread out.
Run out.
Fuck, I taunted it. I don't know
Targeted
why.
for destruction.
4, 3, 2,
Bring up
It's all
Bear.
good.
1. Run out.
Let's use slice.
Keep moving.
Bear stick, the ultimate cooldown.
Deploying. Cudgel.
I don't have a cooldown for this Cudgel.
Relic right up. Himing.
Keep it going.
You have bubble ready for the next one?
No. About 2 minutes.
Tibbets.
Activating. Cudgel retrieval.
Tibbets. Does he have it?
I have a cooldown, yeah.
Blood bullets in 2 seconds. Oh,
Get those
sorry.
out.
Wrong.
Large heart ink.
Yeah, enlarged heart. Spread out for ranged.
4, 3, 2, 1. Watch wave.
My DBM timers are off.
Run
Specimen.
out. Run away.
Targeted for destruction.
Do your best.
4, 3, 2,
Tibbets is down, Bear.
1.
Grab him.
Target you. Run.
Deploying. Cudgel.
Another cooldown.
Alright. Anyone that doesn't have the debuff, the hardened arteries to stack on Bear stick.
Run out. Keep moving.
I got cooldowns used too.
Oh, alright, never mind.
Activating. Cudgel retrieval.
I'm out of range.
Bullet sink.
So do you want us to stack on
Target you.
Bear or no?
No, Bear will use the big cooldowns, okay?
Watch wave.
Range
4,
spread out for unharmed heart.
3, 2, 1. Run
Specimen.
out.
Spread out.
Targeted
Don't die,
for
everybody.
destruction.
We got it.
4, 3,
Famous
2,
last words.
Viewing level.
Hey.
Nice, boys.
Shutting
Job,
down.
everybody.
I think it was me and Brendel, MVP.
Congrats, Ned.
Congrats, Ned.
Congrats, Ned.
Ned.
Wow.
Wow,
look
congrats,
back.
dude.
Congrats,
Wow.
guys.
Like Warforged.
390? Holy
Jesus.
fuck.
Congrats, Brendel.
Brindle too.
Does the Brenda always get a weapon?
I've got like
Wow,
a
Joey, 395 waste.
80%
Did
drop.
you get Joey?
on it.
Oh yeah, congrats Tibbets on that Sanguistol. Hey, thanks Tibbets, dude. What's up?
Dude, I got Sanguisol too.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Anyway, so would you guys think that should be relatively easy to cycle some folks in every week?
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Alright, cool. Alright, we're done. Good job, everybody.
Congrats, guys.
Well, Jerry, at least you called it. Brendel got a fucking weapon.
Hey,
Does Samus get a weapon?
I'll see you at the bottom of the charts, Chimley.
just remember, the warriors.
Keep the seat
Chimley,
warm, dude.
While you're salty, at least the first boss in Mythic drops a great weapon for you.
Hey,
That is
and then
true.
that means we're closer to getting me a greater weapon when we do Mythic Mother. Thanks, guys.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Good night.
Night.
Give me a sec. I'll get
Oh
these
shit.
doors
That's fun.
open.
Oh god. Let's leave.
The
I can't get out.
doors are sealed.
Take the portal. Take the
Start
portal.
breaking things.
Hold the door.
Hold the door.
The Mythic kill didn't show up on the logs.
Oh, because I relogged. Oh boy.
I have it.
boy.
God.
Allie has it.
Alright, put your pitchforks away.
I always forget about that.